Hi, welcome. My name is Jeff Brubaker. I'm the art teacher here at Prairie Junior High. You have landed into the art video section of the open house, the virtual meet. I wish I was on the other end greeting you, but certainly email me, call me. If you ever have a question, concern, anything. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for your students, your sons, your daughters. I'm here to help as we kind of get through the school year. We'll probably, as the year continues, become much more normal as we get back into the buildings. But until then, we're going to kind of just go on with school and preserve every sense of normalcy we can. But certainly we're using Classroom quite a bit. I'm running almost all assignments through Classroom currently. I use Google Meets quite a bit to provide instruction. I use Zoom from time to time to provide instruction, but just this is what I did initially to start the year. Just kind of went through some guidelines that I thought would be helpful to share with you as well. As your sons or daughters enter into the Meet session, the Zoom session, they should silence their audio. Background noise could get in the way of others from learning. It might not be our immediate students, but it might be other siblings or noises behind them that could interfere. But yeah, so they silence themselves as they come in. They could use earbuds, headphones to help kind of keep the audio and the lecture or whatever's being presented. We take attendance right away. I'll go over some rules and expectations and provide a brief overview of the class, but just being here is and being on time is the best way to catch all information. So it's certainly something I recommend. Muting yourself as soon as you join the class. Be polite. This actually works. If people have questions, I can see a hand go up. So raising your hand works, or they could just put it in the chat. I might not stop mid-sentence, but I'm certain I do get back to all chat requests, like right in the middle. They could put it in the chat. Sometimes I wait until I'm done and then I respond, but usually I wait till I'm done and ask if there's any questions too. Respect others, don't interrupt others. The minute I'm done presenting something, I have everybody kind of kill their video but leave audio on, and then the only video students I ask to stay are those that have questions. That'll tell me if I still see their face, they have a question. But much like a real life class scenario where we're a community of learners, I very much want other students to hear questions and then hear my response to it. So we could kind of go about this together, because that's what we do in the classroom too. You're associated to your work, do your best work. Our names go on everything we make. So certainly we want to be associated with good things. So getting students to take ownership over their work is very important. Be patient. This is a new way to teach. I'm very much aware that this is a new way to learn too. In class, we're not trying to distract others. We're not holding up signs. We're not doing anything other than paying attention. Stay off other electronics. It's harder to multitask when you're creating too many tasks. Go somewhere quiet. Both my children are remote learning as students currently. So we set up little desks, little classroom areas for them. If you could do that, cool, great. If you can't, that's fine too, but just somewhere quiet so they can get everything that's being presented. consequences. I usually just give warnings for breaking, really, unless it's super significant. I usually just warn people like, hey, we got to pay attention. We got to get on task here. I could put people in the breakout rooms to see what's going on, but I remove people from the majority of the class, the majority of the lecture, for continuing to do something that's distracting others. If I remove someone from a class, I call home or I'll email. A lot of the time, well, all the time, I'll email the students too, because they're still going to be responsible for what they missed. Multiple removals, if I have to kick someone out of a MEADS session more than once, the office will start to know about it. But we started the year just from a personal standpoint. Like, these are images that symbolically define me. So symbolism, using imagery to create it's kind of a portrait that symbolizes us. But I learned to do two things with friends and family where I could maintain some of my social humanity, but yet still be safe. My wife and I and family started floating down the DuPage River, a river by my house. I started going on a lot of hikes with friends and family. I'm into sports quite a bit. I taught my son how to ride a bike. I run a lot, and I make tons of things. I'm surprised I didn't put my guitar on here, but anytime I get a chance to play guitar, cook food, or build, I approach it as an artist. The paintbrushes might be the obvious thing that's on there. That's my family. It's my son, Jackson, my daughter, Josephine, and my wife, Bree. These are the class periods, the times that we're meeting, 9 to 9:40. And then there's a 5-minute, for period 1, there's a 5-minute window to kind of get out of one meeting session or a Zoom session and get to your next landing space. I keep the sessions open. I make sure nobody, and answer questions after class just to make sure everybody has a pretty good idea what they're working on. We start the first 3 weeks with Habitudes, a leadership curriculum that we're teaching in the visual arts, music, and infotech. So Habitudes are the habits and attitudes. It's a kind of a compound word of leaders. So yeah, it's a good curriculum on emotion, or really challenges the emotional intelligence of students, the social intelligence of students, and pushes to create leaders out of our young men and women. Then we move, the main part of the course certainly is art. So the last 9 weeks, I focus a lot, 7th grade, on narrative, telling stories. And I also focus a lot on identity. So I have 2 assignments kind of geared towards that they already have made with slides. And then I asked students pretty early what they initially remembered about art. Any questions? This is sort of the landing page. You really can't do this because it's not a live session currently, but I am here. The hour of the open house is here. Just email me. I'll answer your questions. So that's my email address. So you have it. The email is best. This is a direct phone number into the art room. You could call me, or you can follow this link. This link's going to take you to the art show. This was created almost entirely with just pictures, submissions that were sent in. It's a 26-minute show. So it's lengthy, but it's really inspirational. It's something I'll kind of take clips of and use to help me teach this year as well. So there were a lot of really great things that continued, even though we weren't physically meeting. We continued in other ways, most definitely. If ever you need anything or have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Certainly, I hope to talk to all of you with all of the good things, all of the successes that we've made this year. Anyways, I hope this message finds you well, and I hope this virtual sort of meet goes good. Anyways, take care for now. So long.